Okay, good evening, everybody, and thanks for coming. This is the July 15th, 2020 meeting for the Holliston Zoning Board of Appeals. Call the meeting to order. Prior to starting the meeting, I want to read into the record the governor's order information. Pursuant to the governor's orders suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, MGL, Chapter 38, paragraph 20, as well as the Select Board's emergency order dated March 16th, 2020. The Zoning Board of Appeals will be using remote participation for this meeting. The audio of this meeting is being recorded and will be posted on the town's website within 24 hours in accordance with the governor's emergency action requirement of keeping the public informed of actions during this meeting. I would ask that all participants remotely attending this meeting please state your name for identification purposes each time you speak throughout the meeting. At this time, a roll call attendance vote will be taken. John Love, present. JPBD?
Present.
Mark Bush?
Present.
Elizabeth Dembitzer?
Present.
Carrie's here. I want to let people know one other thing. There's been a change since our last meeting, and probably since many of you had a Zoom meeting due to a new release. If a caller, that's somebody on the phone that's not on the computer, wants to make a comment, you should press *9. That'll display a raised hand for me, so we'll know that you'd like to speak. And if you've called in my phone and want to make that comment, please press it, and I'll recognize you. And once I've read, I'll recognize you by your phone number probably, because that's all I'll see. And then in order to speak, you'll have to unmute yourself by pressing *9. So I'll try and remind people before we get to any public comment periods. In terms of the meeting, for those that are attending, this is likely to be a rather short meeting because we had 2 items of business, one of which has asked to be withdrawn and one's asked to be continued. So prior to that though, the first order of business is approval of our minutes of the June 24th, 2020 meeting. So I wonder, does anybody have any corrections or comments on that from the board?
I do not.
I don't.
Okay, nor do I. If someone would make a motion to approve those minutes, then I'd appreciate it.
I'll make a motion that we approve the meeting minutes from the June 24th meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals as drafted.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Further discussion?
None for me.
Okay, that being said, we'll call, and all votes need to be on a roll call for this. So John, aye. Jay?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Liz?
Aye.
Motion carries. Minutes are approved. Okay, the first item on here is the public hearing for a special permit at 799 Washington Street. We just received correspondence from the applicant asking that the application be withdrawn. So is anybody, if anyone's willing to make a motion to withdraw it without prejudice, we could do that.
Sure.
Guys, I don't have my agenda part, so can you run it?
Mark will make the.
Sure. Make a motion to withdraw without prejudice the special permit by the applicant William Harvey for 799 Washington Street, and to continue. Oh, I see Karen.
We'll do that on a. We'll do that on a separate.
The opposite.
Separate. Okay.
I'm sorry. 799 is. Good Lord. Sorry about
You got
that.
it, John. It's okay.
Yeah, I got it. I'm looking at the wrong one. For 799, let's hold your motion for just a second. I apologize. I did get them backwards. 799 Washington Street would like to continue until, that's the gas station, continue until an August meeting, as they didn't apparently have all the information that we're looking for by now. So that being said,
Did we pick a specific date yet, Mr. Chairman?
well, I'm
we were-
going to suggest that we look at the 12th. I know we had an issue the 19th and on the 25th, and everybody seemed to be okay for the 12th. Does that work?
I can make that work.
Wait, so
It doesn't.
this is pretty bad. It's my son's birthday. That's when I said it was okay. So the 26th doesn't work?
I don't know, Jay, you had indicated that was a problem. Is that?
Preference-wise, I preferred the 12th, but I can make the 20. This would be the 26th, correct?
Right.
I mean, if that's the consensus, I'll just go with it. Don't change it on my account, or I don't want to ruin a birthday.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I'd be a bad parent if I scheduled the zoning board meeting.
We certainly.
Not like we don't see a lot of each other, but whatever.
Right, so the 26th?
Yeah, I think if that works, if you could
Okay,
continue that, and then we'll get to the other permit.
sure. Make a motion to continue the public hearing for the special permit at 799 Washington Street by William Harvey to August 26th.
I'll second it.
It's moved and seconded. Any discussion?
No.
Okay, all those in favor of continuing that hearing until August 26th, go with a roll call. John, aye. Jay,
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
Liz?
Aye.
For those that are here to attend that, I'd also point out that there is some additional correspondence that we've received since the last meeting on the website, and welcome you to take a look at that. There's been a couple of letters, whatnot. We have not received some of the things we'd asked for from the applicant, so that is not yet there, but will be posted when we do. So for those that were attending in order to hear, that's where, so there's some good info there. The second, and apologize, the VGP granite countertops at 1490 Washington Street has asked to have their application withdrawn. So that's where, if you wouldn't mind, Mark, we'll try that again.
I make a motion to withdraw without prejudice the application for a special permit by VGP Granite Countertops at 1490 Washington Street.
I'll second it.
It's moved and seconded. Further discussion?
Nope.
No, I can't tell you why either, but I don't know. Okay. All those in favor of allowing withdrawal of that application without prejudice, designate by saying aye. John, aye. Jay,
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
Liz?
Aye.
Okay. The motion carries and the application's withdrawn. So it sounds like we've got a shorter meeting than anybody had planned. Is there any new business from the board that, or items of discussion that you want to bring up?
None for me.
Is there anybody in the audience that has any business to bring up with the board while you have us here? Well, happy to listen. Okay, well, thank you, and then we will see everybody, I guess, at our next meeting. Which, Karen, I can't recall, we have one in earlier August, right, for the 40B?
Next week.
Next week, okay. I thought those were like those, yeah, perfect. Okay, well, thank you very much, folks. In that case, without anything else, we'll accept a motion to adjourn. Someone cares to make one?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Third.
Right. It's right to the top of the priority list. So all those in favor of adjournment, John, aye. Jay,
Aye.
Mark,
Aye.
Liz.
Hi,
Okay, thanks very much, folks, and
thank
enjoy the
you.
rest of your week.
You too. Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Chris.
Dinner.